Hello, and thank you for coming to my channel. You will be offended. I am your host, Donnie, and this is Cities Skylines. What we're going to do today is go through a quick little tutorial, hopefully quick, of how to build an underpass on vanilla console edition games. So, I figured this out not too long ago, so please bear with me. This is kind of new to me still, but I think what I have learned I can pass on to you, and somebody will be able to take this and do something great with it. So, we're going to start with the first step, and that is choosing a spot. And what I've chosen is this little spot right here. It's nice and flat, goes through here. I don't have to mess with the hill and anything like that, so this is where we're going to go through. Now, we start with our landscaping tools. And we're going to go with the increase, decrease, the area tool there, and we're going to increase our size to what we want. You have your small, so we're going to come down here to the roads. And I want the large. I just want to be able to take out a nice wide width here. We're going to try to make it as even as possible. So let's go like this. Go across the roads like this with it. Then we're going to increase our strength to medium and just kind of take away. Just a little bit at a time. We'll take a look. Still not quite low enough, so bring that down, and we're going to decrease that slightly. Okay, now let's take this tool, the leveling tool, and we're going to level everything out. We're going to increase our strength and just go straight through. We're going to level everything out. We're going to come over here. We want to give this a good even distance on each side, because what we're trying to do here is we're going to build an underpass with walls. So we're going to make this nice and wide here. Try to make it as even as possible. I know with the console and the controller, so just like that, it's going to be very difficult. So we'll fix that later on. That's not a problem. It's not a big issue, and we'll show you how we take care of all that in the future here too. So we're going to widen this out, keep widening it. Make sure you have plenty of room to go even with the walls on both sides of the highway here. So, you just want to come out nice and wide on each side here. That's going to look good. Now, I left the roads there for a reason, so just a guideline. Now what we're going to do is back this up, and we're going to delete the roads from this section. If it's, well, like this here, we'll want to delete that. And it makes everything nice and even as possible. Well, it kind of almost did. So what we can do now is we can come back through here. We can, oops, I totally screwed that up. There we go. And we can make this nice and even now. We can kind of fix our edges as it goes through here. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, just nice and as even as completely possible. So there we go. Now, step number 2. We're going to close this out. We're going to come over here to our plumbing. We need to take a, well, not the pipe yet. Let's go ahead and get an outlet, a freshwater outlet. We're going to put it right on the edge. Let's get that positioned. We're going to get that right here on the edge so that it flows the water in. Then we're going to come up here, grab our pipe, and connect it into our system. Now, of course, it's going to need power, so go ahead and add a quick little tower here, mill tower, and turbine. And then you'll just go ahead and fast forward the game. That way everything kind of goes through here, and you'll start seeing the water fill this up in just a moment. There we go. And once the water gets to a certain point in here, we want to fill this up about a third to halfway with water. And that will give us enough to do everything we got to do after this point. So I'll speed this up real quick while this finishes filling up. Okay. I think we've waited long enough. We can go ahead and, let's see, back out of here. We can pause this, because because we don't really need the water to flow in here anymore, but just in case we have to add a little more, we're going to leave that alone. So what we want to start off with is going ahead and adding back in our highways. So depending on what you're doing in the area, whether you've got, whether you're building your highways with the walls or 3-lane, 2-lane, whatever you're doing right there, obviously add in what you got. We're going to be building it straight. So we're going to go from here right across. And that should have built it directly across. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. So now we're going to run this, do the same thing on this side. Alright, and that's almost even more perfect than I could even imagine. So we're going to leave this one alone. This one has the absolute perfect pillars on it. And this one, what we're going to do here is a little trick. Take the dirt road, and come in here, and let's go ahead and line this up with the pillars on the other bridge. And we're going to come off of there. Oops. Okay, let's do this. Space already occupied. It does not like that at all. I'm not sure why. Maybe we can move the other pillar. Okay, so that one's fine. And what I want to do... Alright, so that's not going to work. So what we'll do is we'll delete that. Let's try this one more time now before I do any more deleting. So usually this trick can work. I don't want to move it back. It's got to stay in line. Alright, well, I guess we got to delete that a little bit. And what we'll do now is we'll just come back in here. We'll go to our straight lines. We'll go to our highways. We will just start that one right there and come to that point. Now it looks like it raised it up on me a little bit. Just slightly. So start from there and then stop it on that position right there. So now we have all of our pillars lined up. We're going to go from here across. Oops. Should probably just keep going that direction. And we'll delete this. There we go. Now, I'm not sure why the bridge decided to do these angles, but I guess it had something to do with the way the ground was here before. It probably was not 100% even, so that's fine. We can work with all of that. So, what we're going to do now, and we'll speed up through this process as well. So we're going to come in here, and we're going to find the pump. Actually, what we need to do first is delete this. Then we're going to find the pump. And let's go ahead and get that nice and deep in there. It's not attached to the line. Get it right there. Get the pipe attached. Just go to the old one there, not a problem. It should still be attached to the power. We'll double check that. Yep, we're good to go. And we can play triple speed and let that go ahead and suck all of the water out of here. And I will go ahead and fast forward through this process. I just remembered I am completely screwing up. This is supposed to be built with walls. And I am taking all the water out of here. So we're going to keep this paused. And what we're going to do real quick is make up for my ultimate indiscretion there. We're going to put this K wall in. So what we want to do now is you want to make it come just in front of these pillars. So we're going to take this dirt. Come here. We're going to grab this and bring it all the way out. And we want to get it right in front of the pillars there. Perfect. So now let's turn around, do the same thing on this side. It's a little wide on that. That's alright. We'll fix all of that. It's all fixable. So what we're going to do now is do this. We're just going to come down in here. Get it right in front of those pillars. There we go. I think it's good on both sides there. Okay. So now we grab the K-wall. And we know where the pillars are, so we're going to go right in front of them. Further down. Try to make it even on both sides of your bridge there. As even as you can possibly make it. That's about as even as I can make that one. So we're going to stop there. And start this one. And the best thing I found is to, there we go, is to grab on the other side just like that. That should work. That should work. Alright. And now remember, this is vanilla. It's not going to be perfect, and we can't use Move It mods and everything like that, like those awesome computer players get to do. Jeez. So, we will. Let's see here. Okay, I think I am ready now to continue taking the water out. So we're going to unpause this. Take all this water out. While it does that, we're going to come back into our landscaping, and we are going to go to our leveling tool. We're going to grab the dirt from up here, just bring it across. We don't want to go past that wall right now. We'll fix all that in a minute. We're just trying to get it close. Just try to bring stuff, clean it up while we have an opportunity here while the water is doing its thing. So I'm going to keep doing that. It's still sucking the water out, so we'll bring it across. Go. Do this. Oops, I'm actually going to grab that. Just kind of bring this to the same level there. Oops. Now we're going to clean up in front of these walls. Make that nice and level through there. Let's double check if we still have water in the hole. Not operating. Demolish. Demolish. There's actually pipes I should probably get rid of here real quick. Okay, now we're going to come back in here. Let's go to our roads. So the road I'm going to run underneath there, let's go ahead and go with a nice, beautiful, let's see, I like this road right here. And that should fit just fine. I don't know why it's doing that on us. Probably trying to connect into that. So we're going to find a nice spot on the outside here. Oh, you know what we should do? Okay, it's still level. There we go. We're going to find this. We're going to come straight through it. And now, I forgot. The best thing here with consoles is just turn your snap options off. Now you can get nice and close. And do your best to get this road to come through here nice and easy. Just like that. Boom. Right? Looking good, looking good. We've got that going underneath there. The K walls are nice and tight to the grass and sidewalks. So, next thing we need to do is adjust everything out here. So let's go ahead and go with our sloping terrain tool. And we want to grab, let's make this nice and big. Let's go ahead and bring our strength full and start back here and just bring this in. And just do a couple of passes. Make it nice and sloped in off of the dirt here. I try to pay attention to that white line on the outside there and kind of keep that as my guide. So again, I'm going to come over to this side. We want this to go right about there. So I'm going to bring this in. It should widen it up. And again, I'm just trying to make each side as even as possible. And we'll fix everything that's getting taken out of place there in just a moment. On the right and the left, where it's stopping the walls right there. That'll all be fixed in just a moment. So let's go ahead and get back to our roads. And if you'll bear with me for a moment, I'm going to just build some roads off of here real quick. And we'll fast forward right through that. All right, so now we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to fix our stuff. Let's go ahead and pause that. We don't need it to run. Oops. Let's go here. We're going to grab our level terrain tool. We're going to grab our dirt from back here. Let's go ahead and make this small. So just have some fun with it, people. You know, like, this is your city. Do what you want to do. So if you want to make it as close to the road as possible, go as close to the road as possible. If you want to make it wider and sorry, and have, like, you know, all kinds of little decorations or whatever in there, that's up to you. You know, just kind of do you and enjoy yourself. That's what this game's all about. So I'm going to move this just slightly. I want to get it right there above the wall so it kind of like connects in. Right here in the center should be good. There we go. Pardon me. All right, so now we've got that all fixed up. There we go. Our road's going down there like that. Now we are done. We have built our underpass. We've built it with a K-wall so that it has a nice walled under area of the, you know, the freeway there. Now again, it's not perfect, and if this was a perfect world, they would give us console players the Move It mod and all the other stuff that the, you know, computer players get to mess around with. But hey, we get to do stuff like this and still have good times and get as creative as possible. So I'd have to say this is a win for a console player. And if you can do a better job than me, please give me a link to your video so that I can watch it and give you a thumbs up and share that video with everybody I know, because this is a difficult thing to do with a console. And if, like I said, if you did a better job than me, I really want to see it. So what we're gonna pardon me, what we're gonna do now is we're going to decorate, have, like I said, have some fun with it. So we have our little rest stop. We have our, and not that the highway gets off right here, but you could always do that too. You could adjust for that as well. So if you wanted to bring the road in, you could bring it down, adjust the hill and come down here with the road and connect it in on either side. You could bring it out nice and wide and connect in over here around the rocks. There's so much you could do with this at this point. So hopefully that helped you out, all you fellow console players, with trying to make your console cities look good. This is just a trick I just recently learned, so again, it's not perfect, but the more I work with it, the better I'm going to get, and I urge you to continue to do stuff like this and get better at this as well. So other than that, I'm going to sign off with a nice little zoom around here checking this out, and you guys have a wonderful day.